Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's your boy Mondo. On today's episode, we are working on an F-body. I actually worked on this car years ago. One of my friends passed away last year from heart complications and health complications, and he actually built it over at Big Time. And he had installed a cam, we had tuned it and everything, and now my buddy over, Juan, he ended up putting a procharger on it. So we were having some complications because obviously it's a big ass NA cam, so it has a lot of low overlap. So the exhaust and the intake valve are open at the same time, and that boot, when we're pushing air through it, it will give us a false lean condition because we have fresh air hitting the O2s. So luckily we got a hold of FIC, Fuel Injector Clinic. Great company. I actually always recommend their injectors, and they took care of us. The injectors got tested again. They tested good, so they brought us back, and that just narrowed down the problem. And actually, after they got back from testing, the car actually ran a lot better. Fuel trends were a little more consistent. They weren't as lean and on tip-in or rich, so it was a way better drivability out of them after we got them back. So rundown: it has 775 injectors, it has a upgraded fuel pump, and then we're still on 91, and it has a smaller pull on the procharger. We didn't go with a 2-bar yet. That may be the next upgrade to dial it in a little bit better, using speed density, because we are super close on maxing out the MAF. And honestly, it's a stock bottom end LS1, and we're about its limits. So let's go check out the numbers. I can't remember what procharger's on it. I can't remember if it's the F1 or P1, but so far we're doing pretty good. Obviously it's still cold in the shop, so air is nice and good for boost. Timing I left low just because I saw the kind of power we're making, and the boost I'm estimating is going to be around 10 pounds. I don't have a gauge, and I couldn't plumb my dyno to it because I don't have the proper fittings. But here you guys can see torque, we're shy of 500. Honestly, maybe a little more because I'm not using the roller speed to calculate it. My inductor pickup broke, but here we are, and that's with very little timing. There's no knock. AFR is solid, and the low 11s, we're 11.3 that pull, 11.2, 11.1. But as you guys can see, so this area goes blank because we have way too much back pressure at the sensor pickup, but we are starting to lose fuel pressure up top as well. So I can tell just because of the kind of horsepower we're seeing, the injector duty cycle, the amount of air that I had to calculate to go in just doesn't add up. And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's from fuel pressure dropping. So yeah, we're right at 570, which is a ton of horsepower for a stock bottom end LS1. So we're gonna call it a day here. I told Juan to keep it below 64, and I will see it back if he does get the 2-bar. But in the meanwhile, here's a pull from it. Check it out.
I know Holly's ass will put me in there too. Oh, you will? I'm sure he would.
Dude, you'll probably make you the fucking
Look at that. fuel. What?
Was that? No, we're actually running fairly rich. But it loved.
Dude, holy, that thing's fucking loud.
Yeah, I'm running out of. Well, guys, like I said, this is a big NA cam. So obviously, I thought it was gonna hurt us a lot more. The fact that we're boosted with Sentry instead of turbo. Turbo, for the most part, we can get away with any cam, but with Sentry is a little bit more difficult. And I'm still surprised with the amount of power we saw. I wasn't expecting to hit 570 out of it, especially with this cam, but it loved it. So actually, I'm gonna start it for you guys so you guys can check out the lope. And actually, I'll show you guys underneath the hood and everything. So yeah, I'm about wrapped up. Unfortunately, I will not be test driving this car. It's a lot of liability with this much power. Some 555 G2s, and I know because I have the same tires and above 400 horses. It's just a spins fest, so, or a smoke show, whatever you want to call it. So I will not be test driving this one. I'm really sorry about that. I'm sorry for all the movement. I'm just getting everything ready to pull the car out. But yeah, car is running extremely well. We fixed all the bugs. Juan was extremely patient with me. FIC was extremely helpful. So this will conclude today's video. Once again, thank you guys for stopping by. Subscribe, leave a like, comment. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you next week.